Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my name is Brandon. I am the founder of the Rags to Riches community. And I come bearing gifts today. I have a guest. Her name is Hodpril. Hodpril, say hello to the interwebs.
Hello, Internet.
Hodpril and I, we got into a little discussion. I'd hit her up for a price prediction for Pulse. I did the last video. We had probably about 10 price predictions. And we got to talking a little bit, and she was talking about how she had expressed interest in wanting to stream. And I've actually had quite a few folks hit me up about this topic. So I said, Hodpril, let's get on a stream. Let's talk about it. Let's help some folks out here. Let's teach some people how to do this thing.
Help me and others.
Yeah, you and others. Yeah. I mean, this is a great opportunity for all of us. So, Hodpril, let me ask you this. What's the number one thing holding you personally back from streaming?
Well, I'm really shy on stream, and I haven't really done it before. I'm not on too many social medias, but I do like Hex and Pulse and all the projects on it. And so I think I might want to show up to a few things to try to pump projects, try to pump Hex and Pulse, or at least say, that there are female streamers, and a lot of they're all great, but some people have expressed interest. Hodpril, perhaps maybe you should make a stream and maybe help spread the word of Hex and Pulse and other things, liquid loan, stuff like that. So I'm just thinking about it, right?
Absolutely. Good. So, and you see that narrative a lot. You see a lot of folks on Twitter, Facebook, et cetera, YouTube. There's not a lot of female streamers with regards to crypto. So this could be a good opportunity for anybody. I've tried to break this down into 10 steps. We're going to improve on this. And one thing I'd like to let everybody know too, is we're going to create a channel. Okay. This is going to be for anybody who wants to stream and wants to have some positive feedback, constructive criticism. And we're going to be on Telegram, so you can join, and we're going to take steps together to make some influencers, some YouTube streamers. And I'm going to do a little dad joke here. Instead of YouTube, Hodpril, we're going to call it NewTube. Told you about that earlier.
That's a fantastic idea.
Well, thank you, Hodpril. I needed that validation. And let's kind of get to it. Let's go ahead and get into this. And if anything looks funky on my end, Hodpril, just stop me, because I'm not going to be able to see the screen that you're looking at now, okay?
Oh, I'll absolutely stop you if it's looking weird.
Well, I would greatly appreciate that. Thank you, ma'am. All right. Here we go. Do you see this, Hodpril?
Yes.
Does it look good?
It looks great.
Outstanding. Can you see yourself and myself on the right-hand side?
Yes.
Good. Okay. YouTuber. 10 steps. All right, Hodpril. Here we go. Why? Why does anybody create a YouTube channel? Well, here's some ideas as to why. Creative outlet for some, business plan for some, diary/therapy for some, social engagement for some. There's a lot of reasons. Hodpril, if you were to create one, it sounds like, you're a pretty creative person. And you kind of want to spread the word about Hex and Pulse. Is that correct?
Correct.
Yeah. So a lot of times people are worried about what other people will think when you put your ideas and your thoughts and your emotions out there. So let's do some math, right? If you sit in a room of 10 people and you share your ideas about a non-controversial topic, maybe about 1 out of 20 will disagree with you. Non-controversial topic, 1 out of 20 disagree. For example, the Earth is round and globular. 19 people agree, 1 won't.
It's a sphere. Kind of. Close.
Don't say that out loud. I've got some militant flat earthers that follow me. I love them to death, but they're militant.
Okay.
That means that 19 will like it, 95%. Only 5% won't. So a lot of times what people see when they go into comments, they see a lot of hate, but what they don't understand is as you grow, you have to understand that even though more people disagree with you, it's going to be the same ratio of people who agree with you. You know, screw the haters, right? So there's going to be more, but it's because you've grown more. And you're going to see more of it in the comments, but it's the same ratio. On average, I'd say most YouTubers between 95% and 99% in terms of people who agree, which is kind of cool. All right.
Yeah.
The neat thing too is you can scale your ideas leveraging the power of social media. Never before in the history of the world has this been possible. So if you have ideas about life, if you have ideas about crypto, if you have ideas about politics, science, technology, whatever the case may be, and you live in the middle of, I don't know, you live in the middle of Iowa, population 23, you wouldn't really be able to push your ideas and have them reach that far, but the internet makes that possible. So that's why we do it too. The other cool thing is, and a lot of people don't think about this, in terms of crypto space, if you want to be a crypto influencer, and just in terms of the internet in general, you know, what's Elon Musk doing right now? He's spreading satellites all around the earth, and he's gonna hit the entire earth with Wi-Fi. How many accounts is that going to turn on? How many more billions of people are going to have online? So if you get into streaming, you get into that type of thing now, this could be a really, really good reoccurring revenue stream for the foreseeable future. It's kind of like an investment. It's kind of cool. Does all that make sense to you, Hodpril?
It makes extreme sense to me, Brandon.
Have you any questions, Hodpril?
Not really yet, no.
Okay, moving forward. So what type of equipment do we need here? I went online. This is really the basics of what you need. And basics, guys. You don't need to rack your brain over this. And you're going to hear me say this often. It's not about the equipment. It's about the content. All right. So if you get a 5-fine condenser USB mic, $40. You get one of these, I think it's a C990 or C290 Logitech webcam, $80 to $100.
That's exactly what I have.
You have that?
Exactly. Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
I have it too. I'm looking at it right now. So that's good. Get a ring light. That's important too. Ring lights are important, I think. You can get one or two. They're about $20. You can get it at Amazon.com. It's really, really simple here. All right. So step 1 out of our 10 steps. We need to create a brand name, okay? These first 4 or 5 steps, you can fly through. You can do it really, really quick. A lot of people stress over the name of their channel. It doesn't matter, guys. The name of your channel doesn't really matter. And here's my example. How many of you out there right now, Hodpril, do you know who T-Series is?
Yes, I've heard of T-Series.
You've heard of them, right? PewDiePie?
Yes.
Kids Diana Show.
No.
Like Nastya.
I've never heard of the last 3.
All right, so here's the deal with that. All of these have over 60 million subscribers. Now, my question to you is, do you know what content they have, Hodpril?
I know that PewDiePie makes fun of himself and does streams of gaming.
Correct,
and
correct.
Other things. And the rest, I don't really know.
Right. Hey, I think, let me ask you something, Hobbit. Do you have the YouTube stream on in the background?
No, let's try that.
Maybe it's mine. I hear some feedback. I'm just curious. No, I don't think so.
No.
Weird. It's all good though. No worries. We're good.
I'm
We're
going
good.
to double check and close everything. Maybe I did on accident.
Hey, what I can do, I'm going to do this just in case. We're going to go to Restream, and we are going. I'm going to turn this music down just in case. Okay, cool. All right, we can move on now. All right, so the point here is when you're creating a brand name, you might have heard of these people, but the title does not necessarily indicate what type of content is being created, right?
Right.
This brings me to my point. The name doesn't make the brand. You make the brand. Don't pigeonhole yourself, though. Keep it open-ended enough to be able to pivot if you need, right?
I just opened the link.
Oh, okay.
Do you hear feedback though?
Test, 1, 2.
Bop, 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 bop.
I don't think so. I think we're good.
Cool.
Sweet. So step 2, after we've determined our brand name, our title of our YouTube channel, we need to set up the YouTube channel. This is the first piece of information I'll give everybody. Hodpril, you need to do everything that YouTube suggests in the process. They are actually very, very good at giving you tips and tricks. They want you to be successful, so you need to listen to them and you need to execute. Just do what they tell you to do, and it'll help out quite a bit. Because if you're doing what YouTube tells you to do, and YouTube, they're the people that are solely responsible for pushing your videos out, and you know, the algorithm gods touching your video and sending it all over the world. Just do what they tell you to do.
Well, they're going to advertise on your channel, possibly.
Correct.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, they want you to be a partner with them, so they want you to look good. Absolutely. After you set up your YouTube channel, you need to set up a Twitter, you need to set up a Reddit, you need to set up a Telegram, you can set up a LinkedIn, whatever you'd like to do. So the important thing about this too is you can choose to use your existing accounts for that, or you can brand those accounts and just set up a completely different email, which I do suggest at the bottom. Create a new email account to keep things modular and compartmentalized. And you can set up these accounts there. If you want these accounts to link back to accounts you've already created, you can just put that in the description, for example. If you need to create banners, you can use snappa.com to create everything for free. It doesn't have to be perfect. You can improve upon it as time goes. All right. So snappa.com, and we will take a look at that here in just a second. Fill out the about page. That's important too, right? So this is just all basic stuff. This is step 1, create a brand name. Don't sweat about the name. Just try not to be like what do they say? Underwater basket weaving. That's going to pigeonhole you into underwater basket weaving. Or maybe it won't. Maybe you could just make crazy videos there and it'll be funny. But the name doesn't matter. Okay. Next. So why do we create all these other accounts? Well, it's simply because of this. If you want to lift a really, 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 really heavy weight, and it's way too heavy for you to lift on your own, what do? Well, you use a lever. Okay, you use help. And that's kind of what social media does for you. On your own, how many people can you truly talk to a day when you first start out?
Barely.
Yeah. Yeah, so we use the power of these social media websites that are specifically designed to build interaction and build engagement. All right, so a lot of people make the mistake of only creating a YouTube channel and they just stick to that. Will they grow? Yeah, they'll grow. But why not share your stuff on Reddit? Why not share your YouTube videos on Twitter, Telegram, Twitch, Facebook? And you're going to see a compounding effect there in terms of engagement. And I think this is very important in starting out, because each one of these have different algorithms. They're going to weight things differently. Maybe one doesn't weight your video as much as the other, but eventually you're going to see a really, really nice effect, a nice synergy between all of these. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Good, good, good. Okay, this is really important. Okay, 2 things that we need to download on step 3. We need to download VIDIQ, and we need to download Restream. Now, I'll say this. There are a lot of people that don't use these. They use different options, and there are a lot of different options there. I'm not going to go into those options. I'm going to go into what I have done, and you guys can spread out from there if you need to. So VIDIQ is basically an extension that connects to your YouTube, and it runs massive amounts of analytics. And I'm going to show you the importance of that moving forward here in just a little bit. I would not start without this. If I had known about this when I first started, I wouldn't have spent, I think I've been doing this for about 8 months. We're coming up on 4,000 subscribers. I wouldn't have spent as much time treading water. So VidIQ, and then we're going to do Restream. And Restream is the system that we're using right now. So everybody that's looking at my screen right now, you can see Restream. Restream.io. All right. Next thing, step 4. We're going to go to Fiverr.com. All right. So recap, create brand name, set up your YouTube channel and your social media accounts, download VidIQ and Restream, then go to Fiverr.com. If you don't know about Fiverr.com, you need to know about it. What's very important is you need to get a good intro for your videos. You need to get a good outro for your videos. And again, you can shop typically 10 to 30 bucks will take care of an intro and an outro. You can spend a lot more, but that'll be pretty good for just starting out. You can also pay someone to create your logos and branding on Fiverr as well if you didn't want to do it on your own, which is fine. And some people aren't artistically inclined. So let's go to Fiverr.com real quick. Let's check this out. So here's the neat thing about Fiverr.com. I can go to Fiverr. I can look up, let's say, intro videos. Right. We have a bunch of freelancers on here that offer intro videos, 10-second intro videos, etc., starting at $5 a pop. You can go up to $35. You can go in here. You can click the gig. You can kind of check out and see what they've had in the past. So it's pretty cool. This is going to give you the opportunity to create really quick branding for a very, very cheap price. That's going to look sharp as you build your channel out. Okay. And there's all sorts of gigs on there, all sorts of artwork. You can do music. You can do all sorts of things. If you need some intro music for your channel, for example, you can do that. The thing I like about being a YouTuber is all the music that you hear on my channel, I've created personally because I did music.
Oh, really?
I really enjoy it. Yeah. The intro music.
Cool.
Yeah. So it's cool. It's a good opportunity
I
to
like
be
good
creative.
music.
Yeah. So phase 2. So we got those first 4 down. Brand name, set up your social and YouTube channels, download VidIQ and Restream, and go to Fiverr.com. So now let's get down to the nuts and bolts. Create content. They said it will be fun. They said. All right. So this is going to be important. Now we're focused. We've got all that stuff knocked out. Everything's set up. Everything's good to go. Now we need to actually make content. Well, Brandon, what the hell am I going to make? I don't know what to do. All right. First, you got to figure out like what interests you. Why are you here? So let's just say you're here because you're invested in that weird cryptocurrency Hex. Have you heard about that before, Hodpril?
Oh, yes, I have. I'm excited.
Good. Outstanding. So research keywords for title for first video. So this is where VidIQ is massively important. All right. We're going to show everybody. So if you go to a YouTube channel, you notice kind of this stuff at the top. This is the overlay of the extension of VidIQ. You also notice this stuff at the bottom. We've got daily ideas, keyword inspector. You can check and see who your competitors are. You can see what type of topics are currently trending, most viewed. You can do a channel audit to see which videos and content and topics are working and which aren't, which can be improved.
This is crazy, Brandon.
All sorts of stuff. It's pretty neat, right?
Oh.
So what we're going to do, let's say that we're in the Hex community and we want to create our first video. How are we going to go about doing that? Well, we're going to use the ABC method. All right. So what we're going to do, I'm going to hit Hex, type that in. People really lose sight of the fact that these topics that come up are topics that people are searching for.
Hex girls.
Hex girls, Hexgens, Hex 80 perp lyrics, Hex tech mayhem, Hex girls spell on you, all cool stuff. All right. So what we're going to do, we're going to type in Hex and then we're going to do space and we're going to start the alphabet here. We're going to hit A. Okay. Or actually, let's do Hex crypto because it'll get us where we need. Hex crypto and we'll hit A. So these are the 3 topics that come up: Hex crypto analysis, Hex crypto airdrop, about Hex crypto. So let's just choose the first one. Now watch what happens here. You see this on the right, Hodpril?
Yeah.
This is really neat, okay? This is going to tell you how much competition there is for that keyword. So we have very, very low competition in terms of other creators creating this.
My
And then
God.
the second thing it's going to show you is the amount of search volume. Okay, are there a lot of creators creating based off this keyword? No, it's very low. What's the search volume? Well, the search volume is not bad. It's medium. So they take these two and they create an overall score. Overall score of 71 out of 100. 71 out of 100 is not that bad. Okay. So if I were doing this, I would say, okay, hex crypto analysis. Let's just do this. I'm going to type this in, hex crypto analysis, and I'm going to say this had a score of 71. So this is a good opportunity. So what are the top channels for this keyword? Well, look, we know some of these folks, Crypto Bobcat, Hodl Dog, Deep Stakes, for example. And then you can see all the videos in here that are ranking for that as well. And you can see how well it's doing. Okay. So we'll go next. Let's say Hex Crypto and we'll type in the letter B. Okay. Hex Crypto BitBoy, Hex Crypto Banter, Hex Crypto for Beginners. Ooh, Hex Crypto for Beginners. That might be something that I can talk about intelligently. Let's check it out. Let's see how this scores. Okay, cool. Here's what we got. Volume
Competition is
47, competition very low, et cetera,
I'm
et cetera.
surprised that it's very low.
Well, you got to think it's you got to put it in perspective. In regards to the rest of the space, it probably is very low, right?
I guess so.
Yeah. So now to give you an example to bring what you just brought up here, let's put Shibu Inu, because I did a video on that trying to get some guys onboarded, and we did. So if we hit Shibu Inu coin, look at that. The volume is incredibly high. The competition is incredibly low. So we got a score of 87, for example.
Oh.
So now this is basically the ABC method. All right. So you're going to go through, you're going to find. Now, wouldn't it be nice if we could just type in a keyword and we could sort by the highest score? Well, we actually can do that. We're going to go to Keyword Inspector over here on our menu bar. If I do hex crypto, hit enter, now we can sort. We can sort. So when I hit hex crypto, the 77 out of 100. If I just made a title, this would probably do pretty well if everything else was in line that we're going to go over here in just a minute. So I really like hex crypto because that has a pretty high score. It has high search volume, almost 100,000 in the hex space. That's pretty big. Just trust me on that. In terms of competition, it's very low. And I will say this, in terms of the top 10, I think this is the top 10 folks who are creating content with this keyword. 7 out of 10, this is used in the top 10 trending videos. So hex crypto, let's just do that. Okay, cool. So now we figured out what we want to do with this. And we figured it out in a semi-scientific way that's going to make sense in terms of the broader picture of getting SEO out and getting your video viral, right? Okay. So what's next? We got the keyword. We researched some keywords, title, content, and everything like that. Let's move down here. Now we want to make the content for the first video, right? So you're going to create your first video with Restream.io. I will say this, initially, it's pretty good to use Google Slides. Like I'm okay with, coming off the cuff and just improvising things, but I like there to be a direction. I like to keep myself on track because I think you and I talked about this, Hodpril. I'm everywhere. I can be here, there, and everywhere.
All
So
over the place.
yeah, I can. This helps me stay focused. So if you're new, it's okay to use Google Slides because, as you can see, it's a pretty nice format. You can make it large screen. You can talk to people, this and that. People like reading along. I would recommend when you are creating your first video, you keep it 15 minutes or under. And don't worry, you think 15 minutes is a long time, but time flies when you're creating, when you're having fun, hopefully. So let's see if this will allow me to pull up Restream.io. It does. When you first get into Restream, this is what you're going to see here. It's going to say, Restream, what would you like to do? So I can stream with my studio, which is basically what we're doing now. If you have an outside streaming source, you can connect that to Restream. If you want to stream a video file that you previously recorded and you didn't do live and you edited, you can do that too. You can schedule an event. So you can schedule it, put the thumbnail up, let everybody know, or you can just record only. So if you didn't use an outside source to record, you can record straight from Restream. Now, if you notice at the bottom here, these are my logos for YouTube and my logos for Twitter. So the neat thing about this is if I stream, it's automatically going to send links out to both of those places, which is pretty daggone neat. And it does a lot of the heavy lifting for you here. So let's say that I hit stream with studio, which is what I may be doing. And this is what we're going to see. I'm going to take this craziness off. It's like Inception. So here we are. The neat thing about this is you guys probably, well, I guess I do need to show this. On the right-hand side over here, I can upload any logo I want. So right now I have this logo. Let's say I want to change the logo. It's going to be top right. All I got to do is click one button. The logo automatically changes. The neat thing about this is you can add as many logos, you can add as many graphics as you want. The other cool thing, if you like overlays. So you notice I've got all my social media down here at the bottom. Rags the Richest Squad, Rags the Richest Fam, Rags the Richest Fam. So I created that in Snappa. And we'll show you how to do that in a second.
Oh,
you
yeah.
can do all sorts of overlays. You can do Christmas overlays. You can do UFO overlays. You can keep it simple with Restream. So that's a really, really neat feature in all this as well. Really, really cool, actually. Now, down here at the bottom, you've got video clips. So these video clips, again, you can get somebody to create an intro video for you, upload it here. And at the beginning of your stream, you simply just click this button. Now, I'm going to click it. Hopefully, we don't have to wait 20 seconds. I should be able to stop it. Let's check. Yeah. So I can create any videos, countdowns. I can make fun of people. I can do whatever I want here.
Oh, great.
And then last but not least, we've got backgrounds. These backgrounds are super cool. So I used this background for a long time. It's like a video background. It's kind of cool. I've used this background, etc. So you got plenty of options here. Plenty of options. You've got all sorts of layouts. So you can see my screen here. This is my view. I can, you got to mess around to see what works best. Because I have this banner at the bottom, you can't see us here. But you can do all sorts of things, split it up, do whatever you need to. Okay, cool. There it is. You got music here too. I can turn the music up. There it is. Got a dancer on board. Oh. All right, we're good. There it is. You got it. Now, the cool thing too is you can change all sorts of music. If you're looking at background music, you can do chill, down tempo, lounge, hip hop, lo-fi, ambient, and within that,
it has a default music list.
Yeah, default, and you can hit the refresh button here, and it will change the type of track that you're listening to within that genre.
So if you have a guest that suddenly is weird, you could just put on weird music.
Yeah. Dude, I mean, that's a neat thing about this that I like about Restream. It's just so dynamic. You can do whatever you want. Like
just someone's on wah 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 wah.
Yeah. Like when I used to DJ, if I saw a fight break out on the dance floor, I'd play Rocky music. And then I would get kicked out of the bar too, but that's the type of thing you got to do. All right, so what's another cool thing you can do here? You can create captions. So let's say that I've got a bunch of topics. I can create this caption here. So my caption is, don't follow us on Twitter below Rags Richest Squad. So if I can click this eyeball to show it and look at the bottom.
Primus sucks. Okay.
See, it works. Cool. So So the whole point of this is like, in terms of streaming and getting set up, this is all encompassing. I love it. I'm not saying that this is the best one. It's just the one that I use and I'm used to. And I'm big on learning one thing and just rolling with it. I try not to trip myself up on perfection. But
I
you
had
can
no idea how much stuff went. I mean, if you're live streaming, right? You can't go into After Effects or whatnot and create something and edit it together live. I mean, you have to have something like this. That's incredible.
Yeah, they've made it really simple for people to be able to do their own production on the fly with a little bit of preparation, not a lot at all.
Wow.
Okay. So
let's get Restream.io, right?
Yeah, Restream.io, absolutely.
Okay.
All right. So you can make your content for your first video. I showed you guys that you can open up Restream, you can record from there. If you would rather, you can also do something called OBS. Lots of videos and tutorials out there about that. I like Restream because it's all in one. It's a complete package personally. All right, so keep it 15 minutes or under, etc., etc. All right, so what next? We've made our first video based on us looking up keywords that don't have a lot of competition but have a high search volume. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to export our video to Davinci. So when you're done recording in Restream, it's going to give you the option to download your video. And when you download your video, you're going to go out here. We'll go to, let's see here, Davinci Resolve. If it'll ever load. All right. So you guys see this, right? Cool. And what I'm going to do, let me turn that off again. All right. So we're going to go to Davinci Resolve here. And this is a pretty neat program because it's free first and foremost. And this is going to allow you to basically take your video, add your intro and add your outro and any special effects. And you're going to be able to create a finished product to upload to YouTube. All right. And this seems like a very, very complicated thing, but it's quite literally this. You upload or you open up the file, you drag your MP4 in here. So let's say you have a video file for your intro, you have a video file for what you just recorded, and you have a video file for your outro. You drag and drop your intro. All right, you guys know all about that. And then you're going to drag and drop this video file, which is my other intro, right after my main introduction.
Cool.
And then I make a little, this is a transition. And again, transitions, you can learn this in 5 minutes on any YouTube tutorial. I just drop a transition on there. That's what happens. And then it kind of fades away. There I am. Now, after this, I just go through. I can go here and boom, this is my outro. I just literally drag and drop. This probably takes me a total of 5 minutes or less. You can get a lot more granular, a lot more detailed about video editing, things like that. I don't need to do that at this point. I probably will in the future, but this has worked for me up until this point. So I literally go down here, click deliver. I save my file, I render it out, and then it goes to a folder and I upload it to YouTube. Okay. Now, let us go to, let's go here. Step 8, we're going to do a thumbnail. You need a face in your thumbnail. Now, you've created the video, you've gotten into Davinci, you put it all together, you exported it. You have a file now that you can upload. What I do now is go to do the thumbnail. You need a face in your thumbnail, whether it's yours or someone else's. Scientifically proven to increase engagement. So a lot of people say, oh man, those faces, the wow faces, the oh my God faces, all that type of stuff. You don't have to get that crazy. If you want to, you can. I noticed this because I started putting Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton, George W. Bush in the thumbnails of my videos, and I said, "Wow, I'm getting a lot more engagement now, a lot more clicks." So
Wow.
and then I started putting my own face, and then it just really took off. So it definitely works. I definitely recommend it from the start. You don't have to get crazy with it. I would recommend you look at successful YouTube channels and see what they're doing. You can literally go to Google and just say top YouTube channels, and you can go to their channels and look at their thumbnails. The thing that I've noticed currently that it's better to include more graphics and less text. In fact, if you don't have any text, that's not a bad thing. So, and
Hmm.
I think the reason is it just leaves more to the imagination. They'll see the title, they'll kind of see the thumbnail, and they'll get kind of excited about it and they'll click. I think that's it. But that's the trend that I'm seeing amongst bigger YouTube channels.
Oh.
You need to pretend that you're a caveman and you're painting symbols and you're trying to convey a message on a cave wall. All right.
But you need your face in it.
You got to have your face,
Just
and you can't do that with goat's blood. No, you can't do that. All right.
you could.
Less is more.
Shouldn't.
Less is more with this.
Yes. Yes.
So what we're going to do, we're going to go to snappa.com
Mhm.
right now. All right. We are going to create a YouTube thumbnail from scratch. Now, Hodpril gave me, I asked Hodpril right before this to upload a picture so we could create a YouTube thumbnail. All right, we can go to uploads. The neat thing about snappa.com, actually, I'm just going a little bit too fast. Let's back up here. When you log in, you're going to see create a graphic or saved graphics. The neat thing about create a graphic is when you hit that, you can go through and you can create a graphic for quite literally any type of social media branding. If I need a Facebook post, I can. Facebook link, I can. It's already sized appropriately, resolution's appropriate. Instagram, YouTube thumbnail, etc. Infographics, you can go on and on. It's pretty neat. So I want to do a YouTube thumbnail. So I hit YouTube thumbnail, and these are the options in here. Now, you've got these pre-made templates where you can change things. I used to use these, but I watched a couple videos on how to create your own thumbnail. And this is what I do now, just because I kind of enjoy it. I'm getting a little bit better at it. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to follow a couple ingredients here. The first thing that I like to do is upload my face or whoever's face that I'm going to be using, because that's going to just kind of give me an idea of, what's going to pop and what's not. So I uploaded Hodpril's picture here. If you have a background in the picture, you can actually click this little bar here, this little box, and you can remove it. So it removes it automatically. It turns it transparent.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's why
So
you
if I
didn't need the change.
go, let's see here. Let's say I want to use this picture of me. There it is. Now, if you notice, I use a green background, and that's just so I have a solid background. So when I click remove image background, it won't have any question about that. All right. So we can do that. We can do this. Now, what I'm going to do next, I want to create a background, and all these little tabs up here, you'll get used to it. You'll fumble through it at first. You can search for quite literally anything. They have a very extensive library, and the fact that this is no cost is amazing. I'll go to patterns typically, and I'll just have like a nice pattern in the background, and I'll go through and I'll see what pops better for my personal image here. That's kind of cool. That's pretty interesting. I like that a lot. You've got the black. It looks good against the purple, and then the pink and the orange as well. I've got a pink and orange face with a red beard. That works. All right, cool. All right, so at this point, what's the thing here? What are we talking about? Well, we're talking about YouTube. So we can have a very simple heading. We know that our title is going to be something to the effect of, what do we say? We said it's going to be Hex Crypto. Okay. So I can, instead of saying Hex Crypto, what I can say is just Hex. I can put a question mark and an exclamation. All right.
Hex
Hex.
What?
All right. I don't like, I like to always hit shapes here. And what I'll do is I will put a shape here. Now this top bar here, you can move the shape behind the text. Now the text, I got to change. You guys notice the text is the same color as that box. So I need to change that text color. We'll change it to white. Okay. I want this to be black instead of that off black gray thing. So I'll change that to black. I want this also to be a bigger font. We want it to pop. And I'm a big fan of putting borders on these things. So when you click this box, again, all these options to modify this stuff are on this side. So I want to create a solid border. I want it to be white. And I want to thicken it up here. Okay. So I'll actually increase this. We want to just increase the size of all this stuff here. And we'll see if we can go higher. Yeah, hex. Good.
Awesome.
Here's the cool thing. We got graphics. I've got all these saved graphics that I've gotten from here and there and chopped up and done this. So I can put a little, maybe I want to go ahead and put it in this box so it'll pop more against that black background. If I can get it, hold on. There. Oh, that's why. So I do this. I do this. I do this. Maybe I want to duplicate it to fill that space.
Because there's two hexagons in the picture.
Exactly. It's that meaning.
It's a hex and then it's a p hex.
Exactly. There you go. All right. And then we're going to do, all right, let's just put this. So this is going to be fun. It matches the background. Let's take it out a little bit. Let's put a little pulse moon in my hand.
Yeah.
All right. And then we're going to center all that.
With the planet in your hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then maybe we can play on this. Maybe this is two eyes, and maybe this is nose. And sometimes that pops out to people. Sometimes not.
Maybe the Google algorithm will see it as a super face and give
exactly. You got it.
You never know.
Now I don't like this space here, so I'd probably put like, I don't know. You can use vectors. You do like question mark. Let me see. I'd use a lot of question marks. Well, shoot, question marks.
Question marks. Oh, it's just a library. You could use all of this stuff.
Dude, it's amazing. It really is.
It looks like
I want to change the color. I'll probably want to put, again, something in the background.
Treasure maybe I can do question mark.
Yeah.
Make sure you have a hardware wallet with a question mark on it until you answer it with your.
Exactly.
There we go. Oh, look. Hex.
All right, we got to move this. So I'm just kind of getting detailed here, but you guys understand what I'm trying to get at here. I'll make it pop. See? Thumbnail. Easy day. We can add some. We'll send this to the back. That way it looks like it's behind your head here. Cool. So that's a good little thumbnail. And we created that in like 5 minutes. It's not a big deal. 5-10 minutes. All right. And you can save this and you can go back. You can modify these things. I'd recommend using somewhat of the same layout for each thumbnail. So when people look on your YouTube channel, it kind of looks put together and pretty well done. All right. So cool. We've done thumbnails. SEO. Okay, here we go. This is why you really have VidIQ. VidIQ helps with keywords quite a bit, so you can determine what type of content that you want to make.
Quick, what does that stand for?
Search engine optimization, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I guess so. I think so. You guys can check me.
Probably is.
The title of your video, and the title was Hex Crypto. The title must be based on your keyword research. Keep it as simple as possible. And you want to include a bait word. So when I'm creating my description after I've uploaded my video, and let me go through all this. Description must include all the words in the title. So
It
the
is search engine
description,
optimization. It is
it
search
is
engine
optimization.
It is search engine optimization. You're
Outstanding.
correct. Please
Good, good, good,
continue.
good. We got it. All right. Sorry, I'm all jazzed up on that 5 hour, man. That thing has got the. I drank like 2 of these things, and I am like
I
a
need more tea.
spider monkey right now.
This is so much fun, Brandon. I'm glad you drank all that. I'm learning a lot.
Well, good. I'm glad. I'm glad. Hopefully
There's a
everybody
lot of
else is too.
sugar in this.
All right. Okay. So title must be based on your keyword research. Keep as simple as possible. Include a bait word. Description must include all the words in the title. So if I were to make a title for our keyword search, which was we settled on hex crypto, I might do hex crypto ... wow. Okay, just some little bait word like that to get people clicking. And when you go to your description, you want to make sure that you include all the words that are in the title. So you can do hex crypto ... wow, and then kind of explain a little bit more about what the video is going to be about. But
So
those two must match.
wow a bait word?
Yeah, wow with a question mark and an exclamation is bait. Yes,
Okay, yeah.
I think. But that's a cool thing. You just got to A/B test stuff, see what works, see what doesn't work, and you just kind of evolve from there. Huge. Use time markers and chapters always. So you guys see when you go to long YouTube channels, an hour or 2 hours, and I was very guilty of this early on. I didn't go back through the video and add those time markers. At 56 seconds, I talk about marsupials. At 32 seconds, I talk about the theory of relativity. At this, at that, whatever the case may be. People like to jump in and out. They don't have a lot of time. They just want it. They clicked it. They want to get to the meat of why they're there. Allow them to do that. And YouTube will gift you for doing things like that. They will gift you more views when you make it easier on people. Okay. Use the recommended tags by VIDIQ for SEO. Add your video to at least 2 playlists, add a card, and add an end screen. So we're going to go over this. Let's go ahead and upload a video here. We'll do a fake video. Okay, so we're going to select a file. And let's just do one that we did yesterday. So while it's uploading, you're going to have a screen pop up. And this is what I'm talking about. It's going to ask you for a title. All right. Our title is going to be hex crypto ... wow. All right. Then we're going to say hex crypto in the description because they have to match for algorithmic reasons. ... wow. Today's top hex news. Richard Hart talks about Gucci bags. Okay.
Wait, Richard Hart has a lot of this stuff in his thumbnails, like a face. The beard. Whoa.
I don't think. Yeah, he. I think at some point, I think I heard that Hexologist was taking over and helping him out with it. It's gotten better.
Makes his thumbnails. I know that.
Yeah. They do a good job. So then we'll upload a thumbnail. Let's just say we're going to use this. I made this thumbnail earlier for us. This is the one that we're using here. Okay. Now here's the cool thing. Rule number 1, like I said, title must match description. Rule number 2, if you notice the thumbnail that I created actually for this video, it's very simple. It says 10 steps. It has a YouTube symbol. So I didn't say 10 steps for YouTube, blah, 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 blah. I let people fill in the gap, right? We've got Hodpril here. We've got this ginger here. So we're good. All right. Next thing we're going to do, playlist. We have to put this on at least 2 playlists. If you don't have 2 playlists, make 2 playlists and just put it in there. Doesn't matter what you put. Just create 2 playlists and you're going to check these 2 boxes. So when this video uploads, it's going to be associated with those 2 playlists. It's important.
Oh.
And then the final thing, this is why we use VidIQ. Okay, this is the tags part. It's going to go in, it's going to look at your video and your content that you've uploaded, It's going to look at your description. It's going to look at your title, and then it's going to suggest for you, based on all of these things, what the best way to optimize this video is. So in the past, what I would do, I'd just go into tags and I would type in, this, and I probably had like 10 tags. Well, you can click these. You can add Bitcoin Richard Hart, and this is the VidIQ overlay, or you can hit boost this video. It's going to do all the heavy lifting for you instead of you having to wait 30 minutes and do all the keyword searches and everything. So I can click Hex, click Richard Hart, click Bitcoin, click Ethereum. It adds all these for me, and it gives me the scores for each keyword too. So I know which one I need to add, which one I don't. I will add as many as it'll let me. I think it's a limit of like 30, 20 or 30. Okay.
Wow, that's a lot. 30.
Yeah. Category. You don't have to worry about any of that really. Monetization. Once you get a certain amount of viewers, you can turn monetization on. It's going to ask you if there's any curse words, this and that in there. And you're just going to come down here. You're going to hit none of the above. You're going to submit rating. You're going to hit next. Now, just do what YouTube tells you to do, right? We're going to add an end screen. So at the end of the video, this is going to be the layout. We can add, 2 videos here. We can add a subscribe now button. We can do this layout. We can do this layout. Let's say I like this layout. I can move these around. So the last 10 seconds, this is what people are going to see. I can move this here. My logo, it'll say subscribe now. I hit save. And then you're going to add a card. Adding a card, I'll show you what this is. Essentially, you can just add a playlist card. And I want to add a Pulse playlist. And you notice right here, that's what that is. You see those in videos? It's just a little Pulse card. You can click that. It'll take you to that, take you to that playlist.
But there's a label to the card or an image to it?
Yeah. So you can, there's no image, but you can do custom message here. So I can change whatever this says. Click now for Pulse playlist, whatever the case may be.
Oh, okay.
And you can add cards all throughout your video. And it's just all the small things, all the details. All right. So then I hit next. I hit next again. And here's the cool thing. I can save it and publish. I can make it private. I can make it unlisted, which anyone with a link can watch it. Members only. If you're a member of my YouTube channel, you can do that, or you can make it public. You can also schedule a time for it to go live, and you can hype it up. And it will, in fact, tell you the best times to launch this. Currently, based on my demographic and my audience, which I got a lot of people from Australia and New Zealand and places like that. The best time for me to launch is between 12 a.m. and 2 a.m.
Yeah, middle of the night for us. That's when I do a lot of adminning for.
Yeah. I'm a night owl too, so I don't mind. But so you'll see a lot of my videos launch around 10 o'clock. So that way it's launched, and then it kind of just slides right into that time frame. And it works very well.
Yeah, time frame. That would make a big difference, wouldn't it?
Yep. You want to add it when people are watching. It's very important. So I'm going to I'll go ahead and delete this so we don't go live. Oh, I understand. Yes, I know. All right, delete. Cool. What do we have next here? All right. Last but not least, this is the promotion part. The content creation part, believe it or not, is the easiest. The thing that's going to make you grow quicker than anything else are the following. You need to promote the video, that link, on all your social media sites. As soon as you upload that video, a box is going to pop up on YouTube and says, do you want to share with Reddit? Do you want to share with Tumblr? Do you want to share with Facebook? Do you want to share with Telegram? All these things, right? Just do what YouTube tells you and share it with all those places. It's that simple. Once you've got it shared on all of your social sites, you need to spend a majority of your time responding to every single comment you possibly can. That's very important, okay? You want to build a community, and you want to let people know that you care. So if
also, when people have comments on your video and you comment back, that's what you're talking about. Oh, yeah.
Comments on videos, comments on Reddit, go in. I get to talk trash to my community because I've conditioned them for the abuse. So I get to do that a lot. It's actually a lot of fun for me. That might not be your angle, Hodpril. I
It
don't know
might
though.
be, but it also might.
It might, right?
Um,
Which is like, yeah, that it's like talk softly but carry a big stick for you, right?
That's right. Exactly.
You got to teach to reach. Okay, so if somebody asks you a question, invite them into your Telegram, capture them, help them out. You know, this is important. It's really about helping folks. The more people that you can help, the more people help you too. So that's important. Teach to reach. The easy part is the content, the hard part is the follow-up. But it keeps you really busy. So if you're bored at home, you're not doing anything, and you're just scrolling Twitter all day, now you can scroll Twitter and have a purpose. Now you can scroll Facebook and have a purpose. Now you can scroll YouTube and have a purpose. Post every single day on all your social media platforms, which won't be hard if you're responding to comments. Use the community posts in YouTube, specifically use the polling option. It reaches the biggest crowd outside of your circle. Let me show
Polling
you guys what I
option.
mean by that. How do I get back? Yeah, go to my channel. Go to community. Okay. So let's just, I'll tell you guys, I do a lot of memes. Lots of memes. People love it. This is one of my favorite ones. Perth. Okay. So what we're going to do here, we're going to use polls. Okay. Use polls as much as you can. And here's why. If you notice my engagement, for example, on anything that I add that has just regular text, I've got 15 likes, I've got 15 comments. Now, what if you do a poll? Well, this is the neat thing. YouTube will search for people outside of your direct circle. Is crypto worth the stress to you? 223 votes. Not stressed at all. I'm the rags to riches Telegram. I'm addicted to my phone. My relations are failing. For every $3 I make, I lose 6. Blah, 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 blah. So not only do I get likes, not only do I get comments, I got 223 votes. And YouTube sees that and they reward you for that. Here's another example. 2 days ago, does Pulse Swap outperform Pulse Chain in the first 90 days? 31% yes, 63% no. Okay. Now, here's the question. Brandon, are you actually practicing what you preach? And are you going into these comments? Let's find out.
Let's find out.
Okay. So here's one. Some of this stuff's new. Rags to riches, 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 rags to riches. Guys, you got to work at it. But this is how you build your community. This is how
What a
people
cool
know that
guy
you're actually not a
Brandon is.
dirtbag and you care. Okay.
You're not a dirt bag at all. Look at all those comments.
Oh, I'm a dirtbag.
Oh,
Don't you worry about that.
nice. No, deep down inside, you're probably not. You just have an exterior edginess.
Hodpril. I'm teaching you right now. You're not teaching me. All right. All right. Cool. So yeah, that's what you got to do. Every video's got to be this way. If you slip up, if you're busy, this and that, and you got some time, just get in here and talk to people. Like I know a lot of these people. John May. I know John May. I know Sensei Dozy. I know Kot G. Like I know all these people by name. King Crank. Like I know these folks. And David, like Anson Bollinger, he's helping me out with some stuff right now. Like, so you got to create the community. These are your friends. These are your people. So let's get back here and let's see what else. Hodpril. I think that's it.
Oh my goodness. I can't
Can you
believe
believe
you made such a good tutorial just live. We were just talking about this last night. It seems like you just put like a whole week into this. This is absolutely crazy.
Yeah, I took
So much to
2
it.
5-hour energies, and it happened in about 2.5 hours.
You have 10 hours of energy in 1 hour of stream. That's absolutely incredible.
That's efficiency, Hodpril.
It is. I learned so much. That's crazy.
All right, so here.
Well,
No, go ahead.
Well, there's a lot of technical stuff that you showed me, which is absolutely great. There's what was it? The what.io. It starts with an R.
Restream.io.
Restream. Yeah.
I will have all of the pertinent links and information in the description. You guys just give me a little bit to put all that in there. I will publish this publish this presentation on the web, so you guys can click the link and go through it. And the important thing here too is I'm going to create a Telegram channel for, like I said, anybody who is interested in becoming a YouTuber. It's going to be the NewTube Telegram channel. You guys can come on in there. Hodpril, I'm going to formally invite you to be in there.
I'm there.
And yeah, and we're just going to help each other make some cool content and just and grow this thing.
This is gonna be so great for the community. This is crazy.
Yeah, it's good.
I know I was gonna stream with you. I didn't know it was gonna be. Well, you're cool. I didn't know it was gonna be this amazing that to learn all these new things, and to I've just wanted to know this stuff for a long time. So I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm excited too.
Yeah.
And I'm excited that you and I can now share this video with anybody who has a question about starting up a YouTube channel, no matter if it's crypto or not.
Yeah, I know this isn't even pertinent to Hex, although it is, but you know, it's really anything, any sort of interest you'd have in, you know, even if you made miniature food, or if you liked a certain kind of dog or something. Yep. Yeah, you know, you could do it anything you wanted. That's amazing.
All right, let's go through here. Let's look at some of the comments here. Okay. All right.
Comments.
What the hell are you talking about? Can you just start over? Valiant Brand, you break things down and explain concepts very well, Brandon. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Live chat. Oh.
Yeah. See, and then Cot G, we were just talking about you. What the hell are you talking about? Can you start over? No, Cot G. We are not going to do that.
How do you get comments to pop up? How do you get?
You want to see it?
Yeah.
So I can see this chat tab. Can come over to the chat tab and I can kind of scroll over this. And I can highlight.
That's the live chat on the
This is the chat from Twitter and the chat from YouTube. It condenses it. Yeah.
Oh. Oh, great. Hi, guys.
Robert Kiyosaki, thank you so much for coming in. I love your book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Thank you. All right. Okay, what is this? Thank you, Brandon at Hodpril. Our videos could use this. Absolutely. Absolutely. Look at this, Hodpril. You got some fans already. Can't wait, Hodpril YouTube channel. Outstanding.
Really can't wait. I'll do my best to do something then.
Yeah, I'm excited. And here's
get stuff.
Here's the neat thing too, Hodpril. If we got a group of people who are doing this, we can just, our first couple streams can be amongst each other. Very low risk way to get people comfortable with the process, you know?
Yeah. Hodpril is getting water.
All right. Worldwide, thank you so much. On the other hand, Rag's mom had to tie a pork chop around his neck just to get the dogs to play with it.
See, people love you, Brandon.
I love it, dude. I freaking love it. You wild animal worldwide. Well done. All right, let's see what else we got in the comments. Look at this. Yes. I've ordered the microphone already. My Yeti died during the move, unfortunately. Thanks for the tips. K4K Crypto, thank you so much. Hexacat. Let's go, Brendan.
Hexacat. Hey, buddy. How's it going?
Yeah. Davis says, I made it. Davis, I don't care about you or your family or your integrity.
Well, I'm glad you made it, Davis. Jeez.
Don't encourage him, Hodpril. Don't do it. All right. I'm learning, but I'm also smoking, so I'm probably going to forget it. Very entertaining, though.
Doge 420 coming out with mac and cheese payout. It's coming out.
Magic Carpet Ride will be using this info. This is so awesome, Brandon. Thank you guys so much. Value for free. Renob. Great stream, you two. So worth it. Heck yeah. That's what I'm talking about. What do you guys recommend for an SEO tool? I use SEMrush. Guys, I'm telling you, what I just told you is exactly what I do. And I probably started using this out of 8 months. I probably started using this about 2 months ago, and it's been significant growth. So I don't know about any of that other stuff. I'm just showing you what I do, and this may change in the future, but this works. I know this works. Expensive. SME. Yeah, that might
You'll
be
be able to
expensive.
afford it after the Pulse chain comes out. Just keep.
Boom. Everybody will. I
Mm-hmm.
think we should create just a full blown army of influencers, pulse chain and hex influencers. That's what we need to do.
I mean, right? Why?
Yeah.
Why not?
Why
I
not?
mean, why? Why? Well, there's already a lot of Hexagon streamers. There could be more, and they're all good. They're all fun. You
I
know,
know.
they're all amazing. It's kind of cool. Let's get more of them.
Brandon talks big and carries a small stick. Thank you so much for your vote of confidence, Davis. I appreciate that. Okay. Okay, cool. What is this? All right, Paladin, what are you talking about? You were doing so well until you had to insult the noble institution of goat's blood artists. I'm offended. My entire family comes from Cabra, sanguinal facial artist. I don't care. I'm not culturally appropriate.
We're sure
I
on
don't.
the internet, aren't we?
Yeah,
Yeah, we are.
Paladin, good to see you. Good to
We're
see
sure
you.
live.
Paladin, was your name XYZ before? Now it's YYZ? I don't know. All right, let's see here. Okay, what is this? Hexacat, hey Hodpril, I was pushing her to do a YouTube channel. Great of you to help her out, bro. Absolutely. Help her out and everybody
Thank you
else.
so much. Indeed.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
so excited.
You've had an energy change, Hodpril, from the first interview I watched. So I'd say that's a compliment.
Yeah, I had a lot of coffee, and also this is just so exciting because I've learned I've learned how to do a lot of things, right? And that gets me excited when I learn how to do a lot of stuff at once.
Absolutely.
My brain just
Okay.
loses it.
Hodpril, has Hodpril ever given a yes, she did. Hodpril, what was your pulse chain?
I believe it was 0.00065.
It was 0.00065. I made a price prediction that I got death threats for
Oh,
yesterday, which
good.
is great. I mean, I think that's a win, and it happened to be my highest viewed video of all time. So thank you, everybody. She didn't bring her vitamins on cam to spill this time.
Oh, so I was I'm obviously very new to this streaming thing, and I've only showed up on other people's channels. But Maddie and Alan invited me to the 2-year Hex party viewing, and I did go in there, and I showed him I had a bottle of vitamins, and at one point when I was on there just watching, I was shaking the vitamins up, but I forgot that the top wasn't on, and it's like vitamin goo. It's like omega-3 vitamin goo made from
Yeah.
flax seeds. And if you could have seen it, it exploded all over the room. And that nobody saw. I had a white shirt on, none got on it, but everything else was completely covered in purple, just goo. And I tried to just get it together, but thankfully nobody really saw it. But it was on stream. My shock and dismay was on stream, but the mess wasn't shown. But it was a great stream, other than the explosion. It was actually fantastic. I'm really glad that Maddie had me on there.
Well, let's see here. We got a donation. Davis, $5. Thank you so much, Davis. Appreciate you so much. Davis is one of our highest
Oh, you have donations too.
donors here.
Yeah,
Talk about the
there's
name
another
change.
utility.
Trust me, it's good for business. What name change, Davis? What are you talking about, dude? What the hell are you talking about? All right, there's a joke there, but I'm not saying it. Well, that's probably wise.
I don't get it.
I don't either.
Just kidding. I do.
I do too. Just kidding. Super chat. Yes. Hodpril is the most beautiful lady in Hex / Pulse community. And she's probably one of the smartest people in any rooms she walks into. Certainly smarter than your dumbass. Just want to say that. You're part of my community. John May laughed my ass off. Great story for a new stream. Yeah. That is a great story. You could lead with that. Absolutely.
Well, I could, or I don't have to do that. Or could or I won't.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's about that time. I'm going to go ahead and get this tied up here. We're going to put some descriptions in there. I'm going to set up the Telegram link. So if you guys want to learn, or if you guys just want to have some accountability, we can do that in Telegram in terms of streaming, YouTube, et cetera, et cetera. And who is this? This says Pulse Chain 1000x in 2 years. Would be nice. Nice stream, by the way. I think the average ROI for top 20 projects over the past 4 or 5 years was about a 1700x over 3 years. 1700x over 3 years. So that's pretty nice. Hopefully a whole lot more. Hexagon Chief, please don't go. Don't go. No. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what I do now. We're going to take this out. Hodpril, you can hang out. This is going to tick down here, and then we'll be good. Everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. If you guys have any questions or concerns, do not ask me. Good to go. 3, 2, 1.